All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, I'd like to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash.
Double honors to thee, all the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. All right, and I'm just hop straight into it. You know, you got a lot of Israelites that come in this thing, you know, they stay a while and then they get that sensation or that feeling, or they feel like they get to a certain level where they can just do it on their own. Well, it don't work that way in the scriptures, man. We're one body, all right? The toe can't run off and do its own thing, all right? The hand can't run off and do its own thing. You know, you got a lot of Israelites in this loner type of spirit, and that ain't how the Spirit of the Lord operate, man. Okay? Matter of fact, this is 1 Corinthians 14:29. Let the prophet speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge. All right? So it says, let the prophet, and matter of fact, what did Yahweh Shai say? When 2 or more gathered in my name, I am there in the presence, man. Even when John the Baptist was doing his thing, he had 2 disciples with him. So it's a body. It ain't you know what you call that? Self-willed, man. Because you feel a certain way about your camp, or you feel a certain way about the situation, and you feel like you just do it on your own. All right? Ecclesiastes 4, matter of fact.
I got it right here.
Go ahead,
This is Ecclesiastes 4, and I'm going to start at 9. It say 2 are better than 1.
Right, 2 are better than 1. Why? Dig into it.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
And what labor is that? Doing the work. Imagine you out there doing it by yourself and you don't remember a certain breakdown. You don't remember a certain precept. And you got to edify the people. All right? It's certain things like the hand. The hand got to do certain things that the feet can't do. So what if somebody come up and it's a job for the foot, but you just the hand? Think about that. The Lord has equipped his prophets well. We need one another, man. Not just on some lone survivor shit. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift his fellow up.
So what you just say? My brother's keeper, right?
That's right.
So if you stumble and you're going off, who's going to be there to pick you back up, to build you up? You need to think about those certain situations before you want to willy-nilly, you know, go out and do your own thing. That sounds like a proud-ass nigga, man. Ain't none of you niggas Thanos in the truth, man. I'll do it by myself. No. Hey, and it was crazy. Even Thanos needed henchmen. Yeah. He needed a squad, man. All right? Go ahead.
It say, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone.
So read that part again. I'm gonna say for you niggas could get the message, man. Woe. Do you know what woe means? Destruction, death. All right? Calamities, man. It ain't gonna work out good for you if you out here trying to do the work by yourself, man. I'm just doing my own thing. It says, woe to him that's by himself. Go ahead.
It say, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have no other to help him up.
Right, so you ain't got no brother to build you up, no brother to comfort you, no brother to sit there and tell you, hey, you're going off. Hey, no, that's the wrong breakdown, like you up the bed. Right? You ain't, matter. Go ahead.
Verse 11, it say, again, if 2 lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone, man? And that's the thing, because when you get cold or you're going through affliction, who you going to call on, man? Who's going to give you that comfort if you want to do this thing by yourself, man? Hey, we are a body. Hey, Paul said that we are fitly joined together, man. And you know, we come together. Hey, we made me and Big Eye a long time ago, he made a sit down and I joined in on it. It's called being attached to that spiritual umbilical cord, man. And the more and more you being attached to that, man, hey, it's starting on the apostles on down and brothers in your camp, man. Because, hey, we here to comfort one another, man. To build each other up. And when you go into that, actually, can I get a
Go ahead, huh?
This Romans 12 and V10. It said, be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another, man. And what's the word preferring going to? To lead, to be an example, man. So when one fall and he have examples, he got experience to show that brother what? How to go and get through that straight gate that he went through, man. Because we always being tried. But if you alone and you don't have no one to lead you or show you the right way, you're gonna fall, man. Because you ain't got that experience. You don't have that knowledge for a person to lead you or be that brother to pick you up, man.
Come. I got a quick one for you.
Bible.
Proverbs 20:18. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. Now, above all, we're in a spiritual warfare. So who do you go get your advice from? Who do you go get equipped from? All right? You got to go to the men of the Lord who has the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, yes, some things you may get on your own through the spirit, you know, dealing with you. But a lot of things you got to go through the men that the Lord set up. This is Sirach 6:23. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. Where does this counsel come from? Amos 3:7, man. Like the brother said, the body is fitly compacted, joined together, man. All right. This is hey, Sirach 32:19. It says, "Do nothing without advice. When thou hast once done, repent not." So, hey, you got to get advice for certain things, man. If you out alone doing it by yourself, who you gonna get this advice from? Who? All right. Matter of fact,
Hey, this Ephesians 4 and verse 16. It says, from who the whole body fitly joined together and compact by that which every joint supplieth, man. According to the effect working the measure of every part. So every brother have a part in this thing, man. The arm can't do what the feet want to do, man. The head can't do what the whole body moving and emotion, man. And we all have play a part in this thing, right? Mm-hmm. It's a making increase of the body into the edifying of itching and love, man. And that's what it is. And we have to edify each another to build each one other up. Who's gonna build you up?
Right. Hey, well, why do we have scriptures about what is it? I know it's a Psalms about the unity of the brotherhood.
Oh yeah, Psalms. I'll get it for you real quick.
All right. Where's the unity if you out here just willy-nilly by yourself, man?
This Psalms 133 verse 1. It says, "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for a brother to dwell together in unity."
No, alone, separated by yourself. No, it said in unity, man. All right. Go ahead.
No, brother.
No. Go ahead. Grab the.
Hey, this Sirach 25 verse 1. It says, "In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful before Yahweh and man: the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man or wife that agree together," man. So the Lord does when brethren dwell in unity, man. To back up the Psalm 133, man. And the Lord loved that, man. So if you don't have that unity or that connection of the brotherhood, what do you have when you're alone, man? Or when you go into a jam and you need a tight situation and money situation or anything, man. That's what the Akim for, man. To help others get out of jam. So when you in a jam or you need car trouble or anything, who you want to call? A 2/3? Or this things like that, man? Vexations, man.
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters?
Right.
No, man. You, matter of fact, hold on. Let me get this tape in. Hold on. This is Galatians 6:1. Brethren, if any man be overtaken in the fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou be tempted. So it says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in the fault, so back to Ecclesiastes 4.
Mm-hmm.
When you, woe to him that's by himself, for when he fall, he ain't got nobody there to pick him up, right? Ye which are spiritual, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness. So this brother's supposed to pick him back up, restore him in meekness, man, through the spirit. But if you ain't got that brother around because you're out here doing it by yourself, guess what? You're just going to keep on continuing to sink in that hole, man. And continue to go off and go off. Because you have nobody guiding you. All right? That's the whole thing. The Lord set us up to be teachers, guides, all right, prophets. Hey, like I say, man, we got our diversities of gifts. Like 1 Corinthians 12 speaks about, man. But not one member is above the next, man. We all got our proper lot, all right? And we need one another, man. Like I said, man, imagine a body trying to get around without his legs, because the legs want to run off and do their own thing. Little do the legs know you need the goddamn spine to even move. You need to have that connection to that brain stem to even get the message to fucking kick your damn leg, man. Jake don't think about simple things of that nature, man.
Hey, I'm going to go back to the Ecclesiastes real quick.
Go ahead.
This Ecclesiastes 4, and I'm going to just start 11 again. It say, again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Verse 12.
Right, so, hey, in this truth, your brother will keep you on fire, man. Hey, let's get into the scriptures. Let's break this down. Hey, iron sharpens iron. Hey, I need help on this. I need understanding on this. So two lie together, hey, it keeps them warm. Like, when you physically think about it, yeah. But not only that, spiritually, man, I'm keeping my brother on fire. All right, I'm provoking him into good works, like the scriptures say. Go ahead.
They say, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And the third for cold is not quickly broken, man. And that's why in Matthew, I'm read this, Matthew 18:20, for there 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I'm in the midst of them, man. And that's the key. Because, hey, the Lord hear us when we come together, man. If you alone in that, what spirit you coming in, man?
Right. Like you say, 2 will prevail against the 1, and 3 is the core hardly broken. Man, you gotta get, man, if you up there by yourself, guess what? Hey, you may get motherfucking, how do you say, swayed or wooed. Damn, what's the other one?
Confounded, man.
That's what I was looking for. Confounded. You make it get confounded. But guess what? If you got 2 or another brother there, that's a core hardly broken. This brother got better understanding on his page, so he gonna take over and start to speak throughout the bam, so on and so forth. All right, but you out there by yourself, and a lot of you niggas that say you gonna do your own thing ain't really doing the work now. You ain't doing your videos. You ain't studying the way you should be. You're not even around the brotherhood, man, to even get built up. All right. A lot of you guys be full of shit, man. If you ain't doing the work now, how you gonna do it by yourself? How you gonna do it by yourself, man? Makes no damn sense, man. This is Romans 14:7. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself, man. This is a church, a brotherhood, a body of Hamashiach, man. All right? And you want to do your own thing? That's your ass going up another way, man. There's one doctrine, there's one truth, there's one body, man.
That's great. I just had that.
All right? Even if you guys is out preaching on their own, guess what? They still involved in the doctrine. They still communicating. All right? You know, everybody ain't under the banner of GMS, but them brothers that have the same doctrine, you best believe they stay in contact, man. All right? Or you may be, you're ashamed, or you ain't been around the camp, you don't want to. No, be a fucking man and say, hey, listen, I've been going off and been acting like a bitch, whatever the case may be. All right? But you better make sure you're doing your part in the body of Mashiach, man. Like you said, no man lives unto himself. I'm gonna do my own thing. All right, whatever. Now you outside the body. Now you a fucking virus, man. Because you want to do your own thing. You want to leave. You a bird that want to leave the nest. And we see how that shit worked out for a lot of you niggas, man. All right?
Yeah. rebellious, man. Because, hey, that's what it's going to go down to. Because now you don't want to stop with order. Because you don't want to follow order. Which, man, when GMS, and GMS period, hey, it's an order count, man. If you can't follow this order, how much your count is not going to be in the order, man?
Right.
Hey, this thing is serious. It just don't trigger on down to just yourself. Stop being so selfless, man. It is a whole body. It's a whole church of Yahweh Shema Shai. And he's ordained this thing from the beginning, man. Like this Ephesians 4 and verse 4. It says there is one body. So this is one body, man. You can't creep on no other way, man. It say one spirit, even as you are called in one hope or your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. One Yahweh, one power and one Father of all, who is above all and through all and you all, man. And that's what it is. Not I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna come in my own spirit. No, this is the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Matter of fact, since you said that,
And that remind me of that back in the dang, I can't even talk. The things that run before time learn from our learning, man. When Moses, man, when Dathan and Korah wanted to come up against Moses, man, they wanted to do their own thing. They want, we don't got to follow you, Moses. We gonna follow ourselves. We gonna do this. And what happened to their ass, man?
we're going to swallow their ass up. This is Titus 1:7. For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of Yahweh, all right, which that's what the Lord called us to be in His truth, all right. And there's different levels, deacons, bishops, but nonetheless, all right, it says not self-willed. So you don't agree with something, you know what, I'm just do my own thing.
Right.
Or I'm going to just lean to my own understanding. Because you saying that you're going to do your own thing is you leaning to your own understanding. That's not how the truth works, man. There's a camp, there's a body. It's always been that way. That's how it was in the past, that's how it's going to be today. You show me one loner Israelite. Even Isaiah, Jeremiah, when they was around in Babylonian captivity, they dealt with each other. They talked to each other. What's the scripture they speak?
Tupac, I got you.
No, that's good. The other one, they basically how we speak daily one to another.
Hosea, I believe it's Hosea.
They speak often.
Often to know, yeah, it's in Hosea, Hosea 6 or 12, I believe. Oh, I could be wrong. It's a lot.
You know what? Nah. What is it? What is it, Micah? Hold on.
Damn,
No, they speak daily. That's what it was. Hold on. I think Spirit just brought it back to me.
that with us, Aki, Salaki. Like I said, yeah, I'm thinking it's in Corinthians. For some reason, I'm thinking Hosea.
Hold on, bear with us. Hey, hold on, man. You gotta get changed. Bear with us, Arthur. Sit down, so.
Hey, go to Google and just type in often to
Malachi 3.
yeah.
My dumb ass put offend in. My
Yeah.
dumb man, I had a little brain fart. But nonetheless, this is Malachi 3, and yeah, something told me Malachi. Malachi 3:16. Then they that fear Yahweh spake often one to the other. So you want to do your own thing. Apparently you don't fear the Lord, man. You don't want to pick up the phone when brothers call you. And brothers just really checking on your well-being and things of that nature. All right? and you being a fucking asshole, man. We at war, man. We checking on your well-being. If you want to be like that, hey, you know what you call that? AWOL, man. When you go fade, you get, hey, that's a dishonorable discharge, man. Straight up, man. How you gonna go fucking AWOL, man? And the scripture says, endure all things for the elect's sake, man. I'm doing my own thing. All right, man. Stay in that spirit.
Say, what happened to being your brother keeper, man?
Right. Let me finish this up. And then that fear Yahweh spake often one to another, and Yahweh hearkened and heard it. In a book of remembrance was written before him, for them that fear the Lord, which is Yahweh, and thought upon his name, man. Key point, they spoke often one to another, man. Got anything else? And with that, hey, I pray, you certain brothers that's in that spirit get right and understand, but if not, hey, the hell with you, man. We ain't in the time to be holding your hands if you don't want to get right, if you want to do your own thing, all right? So with that, we're going to say all praises and honor and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Bob,